Hello folks, and welcome to another Wise Gamer video. In this video I'm going to be going over a little bit of tech talk. Backing up your computer files, your games, photos, all that good stuff, and your music. Okay, now there's a lot of different ways, there's many ways of going about this today, because as computer systems got more modern and more technical, or I should say more user-friendly as the years gone on, a lot more devices came out now that we can use to back up our computer system. Now, the reason why you want to back up your computer system, I think that most of us know, is just things are never perfect, and you may turn on your computer system one day, God forbid, and then it never works. You get the blue screen of death, the black screen of death, whatever you want to call it, or we don't even have to go that deep. Okay, say if you just want to format up to Windows 10. Windows 10 is out now for a lot of us, and they are offering a free upgrade to Windows 10. So you'd still want to back up a lot of your files and your folders and things like that, just to make sure that you have them when you upgrade to Windows 10. And then also in my case, the reason why I'm doing mine today is just to free up some space on my hard drive. Even though I still have plenty of space left, I still like to free up as much space as I can and put them on backup devices like the ones that we're seeing here. Okay, and these are the different methods that we can use that I'm going to be using and touching on in this video to show you how to use each one of these methods for backing up your computer system. Now let's start off with one of the first formats that ever came out when computer systems became very popular back in the early year 2000s, when the Windows system operating systems really surfaced. Okay, they all usually came even back then with a DVD-ROM. Okay, so a DVD was the way that most people backed up their files, their folders, or whatnot of their computer system. The only downfall about a DVD is it can get scratched, it can get damaged, and it only holds 4.7 worth of gig of information, which is not much for today's day and age. Okay, but then again, I never really had any issues using DVDs. It's just that you have to use a lot of them if you want to back everything up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be going over, and I also want to mention that they do make 8 gigabyte now too, DVDs. Now there's two types of DVDs that they usually make. It's called DVD-Rs and there's DVD-RWs. The difference between the two is DVD-R is recorded once. You can only use it once to record on, but then once the information's on there, it's on there for good, and then you could just keep using that DVD over into usually any computer system or your operating system to put those files back. Okay, a DVD-RW is one that you could record over and over, like the old-fashioned cassette tapes. Remember those? And even VHS tapes. We could usually always record something and then go back and record something new over and use the same one over and over until it felt like dying on us, So that's the difference between the two. DVD-R is recordable once. DVD-RWs are multiple recorded. You could use them over and over for different information. How do you use a DVD? How do you back up your stuff on a DVD? Well, again, there's a lot of different steps of doing this, but I'm going to show you the way that I know how to use it on my Windows 8.1 system. Okay, the first thing I would do is, number one, I'm going to find the product that I want to back up, or the file or whatnot. And what we're going to use here is my PlayStation 2 emulator. And these are games that I do actually own. I'm not just saying it for the sake of the video. I actually own these games, but I like playing it on my computer system, so I upload them from the disk that I own into my computer system. I use it along with the PlayStation 2, and I even supplied my own BIOS for that. Okay, but anyways, say if I want to back up Tales of the Abyss. The first thing you really want to do is click on the title name and go to Open With. Or if you're using 7-Zip, you could just do 7-Zip, go down to Add to Archives, put in 4G, and you should be good to go. But most of us have this built into Windows systems automatically, and it's called WinR. WinR is usually an application supplied by Microsoft and most operating systems from, say, Windows XP and above. Okay, so simply all you do is once you right click on that game that you want to back up, and this format is ISO that I'm using for my emulator. Okay, so these are ISO files. And what I want to do is I want to compress it to kind of make it a little bit smaller so it doesn't take up as much space on my backup device. Okay, now this is not going to take um, a lot of size off of the original. Now we could see that the original is say 4 gigabyte. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply go to send to and just slide over and go to compress zip folder. Now this warning window is probably going to pop up saying that Windows cannot create the compressed zip folder here. Do you want to place it on your desktop? And you simply just hit yes. Okay, and now it's going to automatically start compressing it. Okay, as soon as I do that. Now this takes a little bit of time, so I'm going to pause the video. Okay, then once you do that, let me get rid of this image. Okay, right down here in the bottom corner, I got 2 zipped folders now, or files. Okay, one is Tales of Legendia, or however you say it, and one is the Tales of the Abyss. Okay, they're both the same size game-wise. Okay, file-wise. Okay, but we're going to see now that the actual file size now, and this is 7Z format that I showed you earlier. Okay, now it's 2.63 gigabytes, and then the Tales of Legendia is now 2.45 gigabytes, which is a regular compressed folder now with the zipper icon. Whenever you see that zipper icon, that means it's zipped. So you're going to need the extractor to extract it when you want to put it back into your computer system or whatever device you're going to be using. Okay, so again, let me just pull up this this folder again so I could show you guys, and we're going to see the actual original that we started off with and see the difference size-wise. Okay, Tales of Legendia was almost 4 gigabytes, and the same with Tales of the Abyss. Okay, they're almost the same size game. And now we could see that it did shave off a little more than 1 gigabyte off of each file size, so that's not too bad. Okay, so I could probably fit 2 of these. It would be really close on one disk. Okay, now we're going to show you how to put this once you compress them onto the disk. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is just get a blank disk, a new blank disk. Make sure that there's no other media on there or it's not going to work right. Put it into your tray and close it, and just let the computer, it should pop up a screen automatically. Okay, and this is what it looks like right here. Now, in the event that you don't have the screen pop up, all you got to do is just click on your main folder for your computer system, and right in here somewhere you should see the disk that you just put in there, and then you could just click on open, and it's gonna open it up and give you the same page that we're seeing here. Okay, now once you do that, I'm gonna close this. Okay, I'm going to go to, this is the live file system, and this is the mastered. There is a rough description on what these mean, but for this one right here, I'm just going to use the this option right down here with a DVD player. Okay, and then I'm just going to simply click next. And then all you have to do now is, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. You take anything that you want to put on this disk and just drag it right in here. Okay, just like that. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to fit both of these. Okay, and then once you do that, you're pretty much good to go. Now what we're going to do is, they got this little icon that's going to show up down here. You could barely see it on the video, I know it. But simply all you have to do is just go right down here. See where my cursor is? It says DVD-RW drive. Okay. We're going to right click on that, and in this option menu right here, it's going to say burn to disk. Okay, it's got the title. I'm going to put down, I'm going to keep the date in there, and I'm going to put in iOS. It doesn't give you too much room. Um, let's see. Game 2 Tails games. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're going to leave that the way it is. And now we're just going to hit next. The disk doesn't have enough free space for all the selected files. I thought so. Okay, so if this happens, all we have to do is go back to here and remove one of these. So you're probably going to basically still have to use one disk per game if you did it this way. Okay, now again, you could Google and find programs out there that can compress these more than they are now. But big warning, you're going to lose quality of the game or the file a lot of times when you use those programs. That's why I don't use them. Okay, so with the price of DVDs today, they're rather cheap for the blank DVDs. To make a good backup of your game, I think it's worth just putting one game on each one of those DVDs. Now, for pictures and songs and stuff like that, you could fit a truckload of them because those files are very small. Okay, so just for the sake of the video to finish the way that the DVD works, I just took one of the games out. I'm just going to burn this one. Okay, so again, we're just going to go here, and we're going to go back down here, DVD, whatever. Right-click on that and go to Burn Disk. Okay, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. I'm going to hit Next, and now we could see it starting to burn. So that means you're good to go, and you should get a nice backup now of that game on that disk. This is the next page that's going to show up, and then your tray is going to automatically usually eject after it does this. Okay, so make sure that if you have a door or something like that on your tower that's covering your tray, to make sure that you open up the door so it doesn't bang into it and stuff like that. Okay, so anyways, it says you have successfully burned your files to the disk. Do you want to create another disk using these same files? Okay, we don't want to do that right now, so we're just gonna click Finish. Now, I'm going to put this tray back in with the disk in it, and now we're going to put it back into the computer system, say if after we already done a format or whatever we're using it for. Say a year from now, you want to play the game again, this is how you're going to be able to do it. So once we put it in, we should have a page to come up just like this, and there's our file right there. There's our game. Okay, so again, just to reverse it, we're going to let's see, we're going to extract all. Okay, because now we want to open the zip. Okay, it was unable to create the specific directory. Ensure that the directory does not already exist. Okay, so we're going to hit cancel. And I'm going to try that again. Let me see something here. Let me see, extract all. Okay, let's see. Okay, now all you have to do when it says that is just drag it from this onto your desktop. Okay, it needs the resources of your computer system to recognize it and all that stuff. Okay, when it's sitting in here, it's a standalone. It's all by itself. Okay, so you just want to grab the file, drag it onto your desktop. I got it right here, and then it's going to make a copy of it and paste it onto your desktop, and then you could continue to extract it. This is going to take some time. Just let it go. Go make a sandwich or something, or whatever you have to do, and then come back to it and it should be all set. Okay, and that one finished. So now we could close this, and right down here is our file again. That's compressed. Okay, now we're just going to simply extract all. Just right click on it, go to the menu again, and go to extract all. Okay, and then just hit extract. And this will take a couple of minutes. It's almost there. Then on my operating system 8.1, it opens up this window again, which is I think the actual DVD, because it's still on my tray, and it's showing that the file is still saved on my DVD. That's not going to go anywhere but by doing this. Okay, so we're just going to close out of there. We don't need that anymore. and then here's the open file of the game. Now we're just going to click on there, and there's the actual ISO file again. You just put it back into your PCSX2. So we're going to open that up. I go to Properties, Open File Location. Okay, and then I'm just going to get the game, and I'm simply going to drag it right into that space. There's already one in here, so I'm just going to cancel it, and then you would just paste it right in that spot again, and you're good to go, and you should be able to use it now with your emulator. And again, this step is used for anything on your computer. It's not just games. It's not just for the emulator. This is how you would do it with any file or folders or whatnot for your computer system using a DVD. Now, seeing we can only fit one game on a disk, usually, you don't really have to do the compression. You could just open up, like I'm going to do really fast right here. I'm going to go back to my emulator. I'm going to open up the file location, okay? And I'm going to get this, and I would just basically send this to my DVD hard drive, okay? And here it is right here, okay? And you could just burn it that way using the same steps that we covered earlier. Okay, I'm not going to do it here. I'm just going to cancel it out because I already have mine saved. But you could see that it is the full size compared to the one that's compressed. See? There's the full size. Let me see if I can make it bigger. There's the full size. It's almost 4 gigabytes. And with the compressed one, it's like 2.5 gigabytes. The next device we're going to be covering is called a flash. Okay? And these are used similar to a disk, except these plug into your USB port. And you plug it into a USB port on your computer system, and you could use this flash port right here to back up any file, folder, and things like that on your computer system too. These are rather really cheap. They're like a couple of dollars. You know, they're well worth it. And they sell them all different sizes. Okay, they sell them from like 1 gig right up to, I don't know, I've seen them as high as 100 gig. You know, so they do have, this is another option that you could use. Now to use a flash drive, just simply get your flash drive and just plug it into one of your open USB ports on your computer system. All right. Now this works basically the same way. I'm gonna delete that one that I had in there. I don't even know what the heck that was. Okay, and this works basically the same way. Say if we wanted to do the Tales of Legendia again, we'll use that as another example. We're going to open that up. You're going to find your file location, and these are very easy. You just simply just drag it right into your USB page. Okay, this one's too small. The one I'm using right now, the flash drive is too small for this game, so I'm going to use something else. Okay, we'll use this image right here. We'll drag that in there. Okay, and you could just keep adding pictures to it, songs and stuff like that, because those files aren't too big. I think by just dragging it into the flash drive page right here, it's automatically already saved. Let's test it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my USB flash, I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to plug it back in. I don't know why it keeps saying that. Alright, and we could see that it did automatically save it. Now let me click on it, and there it is. Okay, that's the image I was using for this video. Okay, and that's the simplest way. That's probably the easiest thing to use when it comes to backing up your files and putting them on an external device, is using a USB flash. Okay, so we went over the DVD way to save your files, and we went over using a USB flash. Okay, the next one is cloud storage. Cloud storage is probably the most modern, coolest way of backing up your computer system. Okay, a cloud storage is external from your computer system. It's from a website. Okay, and the big companies, most of them supply a cloud storage today. The one I'm going to be going over is called OneDrive because that's built in automatically in 8.1 with our operating system. It comes free and we could hold up to 15 gigabytes of information. Okay, you can go up to 1 teragig, but you got to stop paying for that. Okay, so anything over the allowed free space that these companies give you, you just got to research it and find out what yours is and what the how many gigabytes they give you for free. Okay, and there's a lot of them out there now. Google's got one. Um, and there's probably about 10 or 12 companies out there that actually offers this service right here. And it's a real nice service because you could also use it to access files like pictures, music, and stuff like that from any handheld device or somebody else's computer. If you're at their house and you want to show photos of your new kid, or something like that, you could do it using cloud storage. Now, cloud storage is something new to me. I just started using it, so I'm not 100% pro with it, but it's pretty easy to use. It's really user-friendly. And basically, all I do is it's this simple. I'm just going to open up my main, this is my computer system right here, okay, with my documents and all that good stuff. All right, and right in here, you're going to have right to the left, now this is 8.1, one called OneDrive. Okay, so you just simply click on that. Okay, and anything you want to back up, you just drag it in here. Whatever. Okay, and you just back it up in there, and that's pretty much it. Now, another fancier way of using this too is you just go right down here where your stop menu is. You're going to click on that, and right in here it says OneDrive. You're going to click on that, and this shows it in a more, cool way, more modern way and things like that. And this is where you have all your different folders, and you could see that it's the same stuff that I was just showing you guys that I just dragged in here. Here's the DVD image and all that stuff. Okay, that's all you got to do with this. That's it. It's that easy to use. And then you would go to, let me see, there's supposed to be something down here that's supposed to come up. Let me see. There are no pictures in there. Okay, let me go back to this. Okay, and in here, it's going to have all your different folders and stuff. Now, what you want to do is, if you want to get more information or more tasks that you can do in here, you just highlight one of these, and it's going to tell you, and you just right-click, and it's going to bring up this menu at the bottom. Okay, I know my, let me see if I could get it to show better in my broadcaster. Nope, that's about the best it's doing. Okay. Actually, you could right-click to make this bar at the bottom with all the options. You could just right-click your mouse anywhere to have it go up and down. Okay, now you must be wondering to yourself, okay, now I backed them up. How do I get them back if I need them? Simply just slide over. I'm going to slide over here so we see it. My Firefox, and we're just going to simply type in OneDrive.com. Okay, I'm going to click on that, and here it is right on the top. And in here, you're going to see all the folders that I just had in my OneDrive on my computer system. Okay, here they are on the website, free from my computer system, and I could upload them, and I could show these files to anybody that I'm with away from my computer system on any handheld device, as long as it's got access to the internet. Okay, and that's a rough description of how you use OneDrive to back up your games, your files, and all that good stuff. Now, one thing I want to go over before ending this segment of this video is I feel a lot of times I don't really need to back up a lot of things on my computer system today. Because as days went on, years went on, and computers got more modernized and all that good stuff, I find that most of the stuff that we've downloaded from resources onto our computer system, we could just go back to those resources. And simply what I do for that is open up a notepad, and just before I'm ready to do a reformat or do anything on my computer system or to delete some files, and instead of putting them on a DVD or a flash drive or my OneDrive storage, because it does only have a 15 gigabyte limit, okay, sometimes I'll just try to go back and get those links of where I got those resources or those files from, and I'll make a notepad of them all so that I have something to go back to, and then I'll email it to myself. And email, as we know, if we do a reformat or something like that, it doesn't affect your emails because that's a website. Okay, that's hosting your email account. So that's what I'll do about once a year. I'll make backups of all the links to get back all the things I got. And like World of Warcraft that I play, I'm not worried about backing that up because all I got to do is go to the Blizzard website and just re-download the game again onto my new operating system. Same with Steam games. So a lot of it's supported now by websites. So you don't have to really make backups anymore like you used to, and things like that. So that's something else you want to keep in mind too, because you know, just getting that information or writing it down somewhere or making a notepad of it and mailing it to yourself is a lot easier than backing up a lot of these things in the way that I showed you. Because you may never even use these games again. Who knows? A lot of we don't want to get rid of things because we always think we're going to go back to them, but most of the times we don't. So. But as long as you got the original resources of where you got the folder, the game, the photos, and all that from, then you don't really have to make backups of them because you could just go back to those resources and you're good to go. And that's basically just a rough idea, guys, and the way that I explain things of how to back up your system, your files, your folders, your games, so that you always got them forever. So thanks again for watching Wise Gamer. Comment below. Feel free to subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.